the forgotten girl again. So I hope you remember the warning. So I'm just gonna say it again in case you don't. Hey Hershey, again. This is my last video. I showed you Hershey. Oh, here he is. Hi, baby. Just watching the camera. Okay. He's just gonna be watching the camera. Oh, baby. Don't bite me. He's a biter. Okay, so a warning, do not watch this video if you get scared easily, and please do not watch it if you have nightmares. So I will do the sentence that we left off. She wasn't afraid. Well, she was never afraid, but especially not right now. Hey, Iris. Hey, Iris stopped. Blah, blah, blah. I do that if I do not know a word. We should go back to the clearing and look at that grave again. Daniel turned to Iris, his brown eyes wide behind his glasses. Iris, are you serious? For research. We're doing a project on abandoned graves. We might as well research the one we just found in our own neighborhood. Sorry. The yearning to go back. I think it's yearning. I'm just going to say that. The yearning to go back to the clearing. Hey, right. Clearing right now. If she let herself for research, we should start in the library, Daniel said. But this is hands-on research, just like when we go outside to look at plants and bugs and stuff. Iris, I don't think that's the same thing. They continue walking slowly. Iris could almost hear her name in the wind, in the crunch of the snow on the sidewalk, calling her back. Iris, Iris, Iris. Now that is creepy. They paused in front of their houses. Iris felt so strangely at the woods were whispering in secret, and she wanted to know what it was. It was strange knowing that a little girl was buried back there, so close to her own bedroom window. She had to know why, to know what happened to her. Maybe that's why she had that dream. And the only way to stop herself from having it again was to face it head on. I'll see you tomorrow, Iris, Daniel said, jerking Iris out of her thoughts. She waved as she walked. Hey, Orr and Hirsch. My two babies. As she walked, where am I? As she walked to his house. She waved as he walked to his house. Hey, baby! Iris heard the familiar high-pitched voice of Saja. She peeked her head out and waved. Iris waved back. Before she went to her house, Iris turned and looked at the trees again. She saw the trees move, but didn't feel any wind against her body. The branches were the only thing moving around her. They were beckoning her. They were beckoning her, telling her to come back. Eeyore! Look what he's doing. You can see him. There he is. He wants me to pet him. He's hot. Chapter 6. The sound of sports commercials muttered through the house. Blah, blah, blah. By her daddy's blah, blah, blah. Clap or groan at the TV. The dinner he made and the dessert Mama made sat heavily in Iris's stomach. Her parents sat on the couch together, and Vashon was in her room talking, giggling with her dolls. Iris was in the dining room, slowly putting her school books back in her book bag. "Oh, Iris, I need to talk to you." Her mom stood up and walked toward her lips. Her lips blah, 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 in a straight line. Iris's stomach lurched. Did she find out about them sneaking to the clearing? Mama? Yes, Mama. Miss Rose sighed. I talked to the principal today about how irresponsible it was that we weren't given notice about the Young Captain Award ceremony. And that we had to find out on television with everyone else. Despite herself, Iris's stomach jumped again with a little hope. She couldn't help it. Maybe they would honor her again, alone, and make an announcement on the intercom, or he gave the same terrible excuse. That I, along with everyone else, got an email and must have been in my spam folder. When I assured him it wasn't. He said that he'd send your certificate, like, you know, the awards, the certificate. I can't say anything right today. Certificate in the mail. Iris's heart sank. While announcing her achievement on intercom wouldn't have been good on being on TV. This wasn't even close. Don't worry, Iris. I let him have it for the both of us. She gave Iris a hug. You know what a great work you're doing. To be good, to be so good that they can't ignore you. Iris just nodded as her mom kissed her on the cheek and said to her father, I'm going to give Vashon a bath and put her to bed. Okay. Daddy grunted, then clapped at the TV. I'll be right up. What? Iris just stood there, watching her dad watching TV, her book bag on her shoulder. She was going to go upstairs to go upstairs but she couldn't ignore how this news made her feel. Be so good they can't ignore you. Iris planned to do that. Once the step team competition started up again next semester, Iris knew her team would be more than ready. But she wanted to do something now to show Heather and everyone her project and the abandoned grave in her neighborhood would be so much cooler than Heather's great-great-grandfather's Confederate sword. She had to find out more. She needed to go back. Iris looked around her house. All the lights were on, including the ones on the Christmas tree, making her house feel safe, warm, and cozy. She walked behind the couch, through the foyer to the front door. What was that? I know it was the doorbell, but who was that? Oh, a package, okay. Front door, and she looked out the window beside it. There were the trees, still swaying in the moonlight, so dark compared to the blinking lights on the house in front of them. I'm afraid our time is up, but you definitely have to come back tomorrow to read more. Oh, to hear more.